I know I said new project this week, but I want to get stuff cleared out of the way before we start on our 31 days of October in just a week and a half. Can you believe that? September is half gone already. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And so today we're going to start on the bases for the tags that we will finish tomorrow, hopefully, because I have something else for you on Saturday for Sack Saturday that still involves the Sounds of Autumn kit from Ciao. So hang with me and we're going to see what we can get done. I did have one comment. Thank you, Christina from Kilburns Kreations, for telling me that let's make all the tags different. So we're going to make all the tags different. Now I have my handy punch, I have my 1/2-inch punch, and I've gone through the paper pad and I picked out coordinating cardstock colors to make the hole reinforcers. Since I'm going to put these on a ring, I don't want to have the brads in them because that makes them too bulky. So we're going to do everything with hole reinforcers. So I have those colors picked out. And what you don't know, but you'll find out on Saturday, is when I was looking for papers to use, in the background papers, I found this lovely collection in my 6x6 papers. It is The Sound of Autumn by Ciao. So we're going to be using this along with the tag sections we've got pulled out, and I'm going to back them all with the Very Vanilla from Stampin' Up, and then we'll embellish them with the 6x6 paper pads and the stuff that I need to fussy cut, that I will do that for tomorrow's video. Today I want to focus on getting the tags cut. So I'm going to move the paper pad out of the way, set it with my cardstocks for hole reinforcers. This I'm going to kind of leave as inspiration and put it over here. And then these are the tag pieces that I have clumped together. I have some of those squares. Those are going to be embellishments. These possibly 2 tucks. So we have these tags, and then we have a couple of sets of those. Those I want to use for embellishment. Those will probably be embellishment. That set of tags. This I'm not sure about. We're going to hang on to that thought for a minute. But I've got these. And these are going to be the tags. And I think I'm probably going to do tags with the dogs too. I just haven't decided what yet because I think they're going to be cut out and added to tags. So I'm going to set these aside for now, as well as these for the front. And we're going to focus this video on just getting these backed with the Very Vanilla cardstock. And that will give us enough to stay out of trouble with today. Now I am going to do something. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount them on the cardstock, and I'm going to use the vintage photo from Tim Holtz to edge everything with. And we're just going to start one pack at a time, and I think I want to start with these rounded ones. There's 3 of those. And I should have brought cheaters with me. Let me grab my cheaters. It will make this job much easier. The other thing I'm going to use is this cube timer. I turn it on, set it like that, and it will tell me when 15 minutes has gone off. And then I will flip it to 5 minutes, and that will give us our 20-minute video for today. So I love that cube timer. I can card it all over the house. It's so much easier than trying to set my phone. I just flip it around and I have what I want. Now I'm gonna, like I said, I want to edge these first with the vintage photo, and then we'll glue them to the Very Vanilla cardstock. So I'm just going to do these a batch at a time. I did find out yesterday that if my postal service cooperates, I will have my Halloween kit from Tim Holtz or no, I'm sorry, the watercolor kit from Tim Holtz for the watercolor class will be here tomorrow. I am excited. I want to look and see everything firsthand, not just on the screen as they showed it in the video. The class kits are sold out, but you can pilfer through your stuff and see what you can come up with. I may even try to do a video later in the week of some things from other type of stamp sets that you could maybe use. I'm going to set that there. Now, we had cut these for those great big cards with the dogs, but I came up with something different I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead. I love this background paper. And I have some of it in this 6x6 pad that I can use. So I'm just going to scribble, scribble, scribble. And lay this on here. And I'm going to leave a border. And then when I cut this out, I can add the other rest of the border. And let's get that straightened up there. It slid on me. Okay. So there's that one. Lay it off to the side. Here's this one. I used to teach watercoloring with watercolor pencils when I taught at Michael's. And I haven't done it for so very long. But the kit was just almost too good to pass up. 4 stamp sets. 2 coordinating dies. Let me get my water mister here. Plus a full box of the watercolor pencils that we'll be working with. Now it's going to vary from package to package which kit we get. And I already have glue on my fingers, go figure. And so, I think there's a water brush involved. I can't remember everything, but I'm going to link that class video promotion down below. And you can go and look. Take a look at the type of stamp sets that they're using for the class and see what you have in your stash. And if you have watercolor pencils or watercolor crayons, come in and join us. The class is absolutely free. Anybody can watch. It's going to be available on YouTube for replay. But, you know, for what was in the kit, the stamps and dies alone were valued at about $145. I got everything plus another jar of rock candy glitter for $114, I think. And that was with my shipping. So the stamp sets and dies themselves were valued at like $145, $149. So it was a really, really good deal. And one of the next areas I want to do in here in the studio is to get my Tim Holtz unit straightened up and get all my Tim Holtz stuff together. I'm going to take stuff off of there that is not Tim Holtz related, except for my alphabet tiles. Those are going to stay there because I don't have any place else to put them. But I want to get all my Tim Holtz stuff together. So I've got these edged. I'm going to grab, I'm getting into smaller things. Let me grab my glue mat here. And we're going to do the same thing with these. We're going to use the pieces that we have to work with and just glue these down, and these are all going to become tags. Now I'm trying to get better at layering dimension on my projects, and I may go in and watch a video and see what I can find. Now see, if I'd have done that, I can do this one this way, I think, and get them all on there. It's going to be close, but we can do that. See if I can get some inspiration. But I also know I've got quite a bit of fussy cutting to do. Most of the fussy cutting, I'll show you here in just a minute, but most of the fussy cutting stuff is going to come from off of that 6x6 paper pad. Is where most of that is going to come. Now see, that's going to be kind of tight, but I think we're going to be okay. Where's I sticking those? There we go. I don't think this one's going to fit. Oh, yes, it will. I love this orange in the background. Let me scoot this up a little bit. I know it's in frame, but let's get a little better in frame. So Bob spent the weekend at a gun show, seeing what he had that he could get rid of. And in his hands, it's getting harder and harder for him to shoot some things. But I didn't get anything done here at the house that I wanted to get done the 2 days he was gone. And now I'm not going to be able to because I leave Sunday for Big Mama's in Kansas. And so all I'm going to be working on is the videos and the blog posts for at least the next 2 weeks. I was supposed to be going to Oklahoma when I left Big Mama's and was going to be gone an extra 4 days. But that's not going to happen now. I'll be coming home from Big Mama's unless I decide that I want to take a day or two in Eureka Springs, Arkansas to work on my book. I'd love to have this first draft finished by my birthday, which is the 26th, because I had told myself that if I got this done, got this draft finished, my reward was going to be an all-I-could-eat crab legs dinner, and I could really like to have some of that. So let's see what we can get done. What am I sticking to? Oh, okay, I got it. Let's start with these back here. Oh, this one didn't get edged. Let's get these edged. I know this one didn't, and I love this one with the house. I almost put this in my project for Saturday. I thought, no, I want a tag with that. I can tell you that these tags are going to have lace and ribbon and maybe some rickrack. Use some of that vintage rickrack that I have. That would be really cool on these. So let's see. These are not going to fit this one, but they'll fit this one. And they won't fit this way, so they've got to go this way. So I'm only going to get one on there. So we were in fall-like weather, and I was all ready for fall, and then we got back up in the 90s this week. It was 99 degrees here on Saturday. It was positively miserable for what I would expect from September. I was not a happy person. But I'm ready for fall. I'm ready to decorate with my pumpkins. I wanted to get some fall foliage at Dollar Tree, but their foliage has gone up to $1.75. I'm going to pay that price. I might as well go to Walmart. So we shall see. Because I have window boxes for my front porch that do not have real flowers in them. And I have 2 cauldron-styled flower pots that I would love to put mums in. So we shall see. I'm just ready to start making it look like fall. Now they are calling for rain today as you are watching this. And it should start about 3 o'clock and rain the whole rest of the day. That will be pleasant. We need the rain. Everything looks so dry. People haven't had to mow in weeks because it's just been so dry the grass isn't even growing. So leave me a comment down below. What's it like in your area? What kind of weather have you been experiencing, and are you ready for fall? Okay, so I've got that one there. I'm going to slap that little fox. It's so stinking cute. These will fit up here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fill up this strip of vanilla cardstock as much as I can. And get it on here. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want the very vanilla on the back in case I want to journal. Or it gives me a neutral palette to glue some of the other stuff on. And I'm going to try and stick to just the stuff that came in this kit. I'm going to try not to add anything else to this. Though I did pull out a couple other things from a different color collections. They were stickers. Can't remember where they were from. The other thing I'd like to try and get done this week is to finish those bee albums and get them out the door and out of here. I have one large under the bed storage tote with the albums in it, and then I've got 3 individual baskets that have the embellishments for each of the 3 journals. And if I could get those off of my couch in my office, that would be such an improvement. Okay, got those done. Now we need, I'm going to leave those squares. I think I'm going to start with a full sheet. And remember, we are dusting our edges. There's going to be a lot of tags on here. I didn't even count really. I'm also going to take a little bit of time to stop and visit my sister on my way through one direction or the other. I've not seen her for, I think, since last fall, actually. So it's time to go pay her a visit. She has an 1800s cookbook that she found. And one point she's saying, do you want it? And I say yes. And she says, I don't know, I think maybe I'll keep it because I might just repair it and keep it myself. And I'm like, well, Indian giver, thanks for doing that. Now see, this would make a really nice pattern to leave this behind. So we'll see if when I stop and see her if I can talk her out of that cookbook or if I really want it and would really just rather let her have it. That is also an option. Now part of me wants to leave these blank on the back because of the different colors. And I thought about that. And then I thought, no. Because what I want to do is write fall memories on the back of the tags or fall quotes. I could also use the lettering pieces that are with this paper pad and use those on the back. Had to make sure I'd ink that one. I know, I'm out of frame. Here we go. So, I also start a class today called the HB90 system, and it's a wonderful system. I've taken the class for 5 years now, but I invited a couple of people, author friends, to join in. And while I know the class by heart, I told them that I would walk through it with them, so I have that going on too. So that way, if they have any questions, they don't necessarily have to go into the Facebook group. I can answer their questions for them. And we are online together every day, most all day. Have been for several months. We've known each other for years online. Another one of the gals is a homesteader like myself, which is kind of cool. But she's also a very talented author. And so I told them, you know, I would be there to answer questions. So I kind of need to go back through the class myself in order with them so that if they have questions, I know where I'm at and where they're at and can answer their questions for them. So there is that. So it's going to be a busy week. But oops, that's not going to fit there. I am so ready for it. Let's put this one over here. I am so ready for a busy week. Bob is home. He'll have his stuff going on. I'll have my stuff going on. And in the evenings, I'll take a break. And we will spend our time at the dining room table playing cards. Or dice. We play Deal. And Uno No Mercy. And Triple Yahtzee. Those are givens just about every day. Okay, I'm going to flip this over now to 5 minutes. Means I have 5 minutes to get this to where we are. Until tomorrow when we come back to work on it. I love this old dog. And you know, I don't know if I want to cover him up or if I want to layer him. I think I'm going to go ahead and do him. And then I've got another one that I can use. But that one's got glue in it, and I think it came from my fingers. So tomorrow what we will do is I will take and trim these all out and have them ready, and then we'll talk about embellishments tomorrow. I'm not going to get them finished tomorrow, but hopefully I can do them as a final flip through on Friday. I'm just trying to get stuff out of the way so I can start fresh on the Halloween stuff when I come home. So that's where we are for now. I'm going to go get rid of the glue on my fingers, and I will see you back here tomorrow when I will have these all cut off out, and we will start talking about where we go from there with the embellishments and coordinate the colors of our hole reinforcers. In the meantime, please remember to like, to share, subscribe, and creative blessings.